And here is a happy life coach with stress. Stress, positive and negative. If you do something positive, it comes always with stress. That's a normal thing. There are always tension points. There are always like points of expectation. Now it has to happen. And when it doesn't happen, you still have like, okay, but tomorrow it will work. And that's exciting, but that's a positive stress. And that stress gives also energy that let it work, that you keep on going. It motivates you. It's like, I want to have it done. I want to succeed. And that's the stress. Now, the negative thing there is when you get stressed and you have situations where you feel it's not good and you can't do anything about it. Anyway, you have the feeling you can't do anything about it. I always say, and I say that from very young, when a situation is toxic, walk away of it. Walk away. Especially when you don't have the power. When you are in charge, then you have a power. You can take the toxic out. You can give the toxic person or situation, you can change the situation in something more positive. Or when it's a person, you can give him a choice or her, like, let's go, we have to do this or that. That is sometimes putting some positive spirit in there. I recall I had in a project actually five persons who all were pretty negative, but they worked in that project for 20 years. They knew the ins and outs, and they were poison for the company, poison on every department they worked. And I looked at the situation and I thought, what to do with that? Now the owner was completely stressed about it. Said, these people you have to fire right away. And I thought about it and I thought, let me think about that. And I had meetings with these five individuals and at the end, all together. And I told them, I want you to put 3 points, all individual, one by one walks out, you don't communicate, and you come back with a piece of paper with 3 things you think they are important to change. So I got about 10 points. It was not 15, some overlapped. And then I made the choice. I thought, I have to make that choice. I said, I will not give you the responsibility of the choice. I make that. When it works, it works. And we start working with the first 5 points. And I made it with these people. They had all something in there. It was one of their points. I thought, when I take those, let's see how that works out. Now that was with 4 out of the 5. Within a week, I had the most complying, motivated staff members who were so motivated to make a change, who were frustrated that all these years nothing happened. And now, yes, finally someone listens to us. The biggest mistake of management that gives stress on every side is when you don't listen. You have to listen, how ridiculous the ideas are. And to tell you what is ridiculous. I mean, people, when you ask them to put 5 things on a piece of paper, 2 of or 3 you will say, that's nonsense. But you don't tell them that. You can think it, but still. And you know why? I said often in morning meetings, I said to staff, and when frequently I was on new projects, 3-6 months, a year max, and most of the time in the first meetings I said, listen, I want you to make as much as possible ridiculous remarks. And then they looked at me like, what? Confused. Why? Because when I say something ridiculous, and I did that sometimes for testing, I get right away out of a team of 8 to 10 people, I get 1 or 2 who says, I know, but. And they would never had that smart idea without I am saying something ridiculous. When a team member, therefore, says something very ridiculous, I'm always happy. Because it teases people so much that they open their mouth. And I get an input. And you create that positive ambience out of a situation of, yeah, it's not good and it's stressful, but now we get something where we all agree on and we're all motivated for to make the change. And that's very important. And then the stressful situation becomes a situation very motivated ambience. And out of that comes creativity and people bringing in more ideas. But now you work somewhere and you don't get that. You don't get that. Or you're an owner and you don't know what direction. Everything you propose to family, bankers, finances, partners, everything is like, I know. And at the end you're sitting there like, gosh. And the motivation to go to work, the motivation to make a change is not there anymore. Or people burn out completely frustrated. And that's sad. I mean, because most of the time those are the best workers because they have feelings. And they most of the time also the best bosses. They have feelings. They care. I mean, you have these people who never care. As long as I get my salary, I do my job, and that's fine. Hey, all people their life, okay? When people want to live like that and they're happy, I'm happy for them. That's how simple it is. But you have there the more sensitive people who get frustrated, who get anxiety and anger and all these emotions. You can go to a psychiatrist, but you don't have to go to a psychiatrist. Nothing wrong with you. The situation is wrong. It doesn't fit with your thoughts, ideas, beliefs. And when that is the case, you work on it to make a change or you walk out. Very simple. You walk out. And these are these moments, what do I have to do? And therefore, it is so difficult for many to make that decision. And that can be in a relation. And it's emotional. But it can also be with health. Do you make now a choice to improve your health? Or you want to keep on going and slowly kill yourself? Let's say it straight. Slowly kill yourself. When people eating everyday fast food, everyday processed food, and eating, and become obese, like in the US, more than 60% now obese, and they keep on eating that horrible toxin food. They keep on drinking a Coca-Cola, what is the worst drink you can drink. It's good for the toilet when you have a problem there, but it's really not good to drink. And it hurts me when I see young kids walking with a Coca-Cola in their hand early in the morning, and I'm thinking, oh gosh. But these people most of the time don't know. Toxic. Taking care of your body, taking care of your mind. Now, the first you need a good body. And that means even when you're not there, when you took the decision and you see slowly results, you feel already better. That means your mind is better. And with a more positive mind, with an active mind, not walking in a cloud because of whatever. I mean, think about you drink too much. You don't drink 3 glasses of wine, you drink 6 glasses of wine. The next morning you feel not 100%. You will not believe how many, especially people in charge, have that. They're not sharp. They're half in the clouds with their minds. It's stress. It is not incompetent, because they all know I have to make a decision, but they don't do it. And that is with work. I remember when I was very young, I started working very young. I worked in the kitchen. I had a fantastic chef, the first one. Learned me a lot. Took me under his wings, I can say. And he learned me a lot. And then he said, Gerardo, the next place for you is to go there and work there. Okay. So I went to that place. And there was a chef in the kitchen who was screaming constantly. Well, the third time that he screamed to me, and I was very young, I was 17 years old, and I told him, listen, you can scream whatever you want, but this was the last time you screamed to me. I'm going. And I was well known as, hey, this guy, he really knows what he's doing. And he almost begged me to stay. And I said, no, I'm leaving, because you will not change. This is how you are. And I'm totally different. And I need a relaxed ambience to work and be creative, and not feeling like, and there he comes. I can't. That doesn't work for me. My father told me that was a fantastic decision. Where you go to work now? Yeah. Because he said, you didn't thought about that. He said, no. I don't care. But I'm not working for a person like that. And actually I did it all my life. When it becomes too toxic, then better leave when you can't change it. Now later when you are in charge, then situations become difficult. You see these people's frustration, because I had it also. I saw it, I felt that frustration. So I see people who have those kind of frustrations, and I analyze them, and I think, there's a very positive person in there when he gets an opportunity. And that person needs an opportunity. Let's see how we can give this person an opportunity. Now, it doesn't work always. There are people who are so under stress, they're so in a negative mindset. Everything becomes difficult. It's like everything comes down. And they're in a negative circle here inside in communication. You can't solve that by yourself. You need something positive around you. Something that gives you another view from another level. And I'm not saying from the top level, it can be from the bottom level, okay? It's not like that. It's not like I am more than you. It's I see it different than you. I see maybe the very constructive things that the person who is actually burned out doesn't see anymore. It doesn't see the constructive things. Doesn't see like, yes, there is a whole lot of things happening, but see, somewhere there under, we are changing. It's not visible yet, but the process is initiated. And that takes some time. And you have to believe in it. And yeah, it's not always easy. Let's be honest. And therefore, and those moments, when you have those moments, and if it's in a relation, if it's with your health, small business or big business, yeah, communicate with your life coach. Interact, brainstorm, yeah. Give your feelings. Give your ideas like, can I do that? When I suppose I do this, suppose I do that. Can I do this? Can I do that? What do you think? And my question is always, what do you first think? What is your first idea? Well, I would love to do that. And why you can't? And then it's often, it's only to make the decision. And feeling supported, feeling like brainstorming about it, hearing how we both together analyze the situation, gives people like, yeah, that's the way to go, I feel. That's good, then do it. And then in the process of doing it, I get frequent meetings with the person, and it's evaluating the situation to make the best of it. And it will never always work perfect. I always laugh when people come, and now we have to go by this week this, and that week that, and that week that, and they have already planned the whole half year. And it's something like, well, that will give a lot of frustration. It's only a guideline. A business plan is only a guideline. And you have to be prepared every moment, every day, every week to say, well, that's not totally as we planned. Let's go a little bit here. And then finally, probably the business idea changed a lot. The point is that you're flexible enough and that you can talk with someone about the decision process, because that's so difficult. That's difficult for all of us. And some have a good partner, some have a good teacher, some have a good manager, some have a good bank, what gives feedback. Some have a good accountant, not with a business mind, but on the numbers, gives you really like this and that. And those are the two options, and others not. And you need that. We all need that. So, if you have the idea, I need to talk, I need to brainstorm, I need to analyze with the person in full confidence, and give me a message, then we talk. All right? Enjoy your day.